Istanbul, Turkey, the most visited city on earth. Join us today for a walk around the city. Along our way, we will give you invaluable information and tips that will make your stay less stressful, more enjoyable, and most importantly, less expensive. All right, we are coming to you today from the streets of Istanbul, Turkey. What a place. We've been here about a week, and I haven't seen half of the place. Barely scratched the surface. This is an absolutely crazy city, and it's got to be one of my most favorite cities so far. One thing you're going to see a lot of in Turkey is this, mosques. The size of this mosque is just absolutely incredible. Yeni Cami. Like, this is, I gotta show you this. This is huge. And what you get on the streets of Istanbul is just a constant buzz. There's just people everywhere. This is like, I think, the 15th or 16th largest city in the world. There's about 16 million people here. There's a lot of mosques. Our neighborhood where we're staying, in a small area, there must be 10 or 15 of them. In the morning you hear the azan. We get it first thing in the morning, of course, and you hear all these mosques in sort of unison doing the call to prayer. It's absolutely something if you've never heard it before. You know, if you've lived near a mosque, you know what it is. But to live near 15 of them doing it, it's on a whole different level of kind of experience. It's pretty cool. You've always got lots of street food carts, people selling breads and corn, this kind of stuff. You know, the shopping is incredible. This must be like one of the shopping capitals of the world. You can buy pretty much anything you need here in this city. There's about 1 billion shops, I'm sure. And the food also is fantastic. But anywhere you go in the daytime walking in Istanbul, there's just scores and scores of people. There's quick eats, fine dining, street food, everything. That's a first. We should have gone that way. I'm following her. Wow. Look at the size of this flag here. This is crazy. You're going to see all around Istanbul businesses with their flags out. Very patriotic. Very proud. You're going to find lots of little alleys just with people selling stuff at random. It is for sure just a hub of activity. So if you're coming to Istanbul, there's a couple of things you're going to want to know. The first thing is you're going to need data on your phone. You're going to need Google Maps. You will get completely lost in this city without some kind of navigation system. Completely impossible to do without it. So get yourself a SIM card at the train station or the airport. Make sure you have that. The next thing is you're going to need cash. And if you go look at some of our other videos on Turkey, we do cover some of the bank machines. It's expensive to withdraw cash here, between 8 and 11%, depending on which bank you use. But if you hunt around, you will find some that are a little bit cheaper. So I'd suggest you put your card into a few machines. Normally they'll have 8 or 10 in a row. And check the commission, and then look for the cheapest one. The cheapest we found is about 5%, which is actually way better.
Okay, so pro tip, you want to look for Vakif Bank. That's the lowest surcharge that we've had to take out money so far. It was 150 on 5,000 Turkish lira. Yesterday we paid 191 on 2,500. They do not have any English on their screen. You've got to like navigate without it, but definitely the best deal we've got on a cash withdrawal so far.
But bring your wallet. If you want to do some shopping, you know, this is an absolutely amazing place. Bring your appetite as well. because the food here is absolutely outstanding. So in terms of shopping, you are going to find, you know, all the major luxury brands. You're going to find them in their legitimate form, and then you're going to find them in a black market replica type thing. So it's pretty easy to tell which are which from the store, of course. You know, one that's a legitimate boutique is different from something in a market. The replica products are actually pretty decent quality, depending on what it is you're looking for. Some of the stuff is really good, and it's really affordable as well, if you like that kind of stuff. I'm not a big fan. But be prepared to be walking just in piles of people. It's a really international city. People from all over the world here. I would say that in a lot of transactions, there's not a lot of English spoken actually. So we use Google Translate. Also an invaluable tool while you're traveling. If you're going to use ATMs, you know, we'd highly suggest if you're American that you get a Chase card. The Chase Bank card will refund your overseas ATM charges. We're not Americans, we're Canadians, so we use Wise. Wise is a fantastic banking system for you to access your money globally. You can load it in multiple currencies. You can take it out, and it's far less expensive than using your standard ATM card. There is a link below in our description. You can have a peek at that. If you do sign up and put money on your Wise card, we do get paid a small referral fee for that. We both use the cards, and I certainly wouldn't even suggest it if I didn't think it was any good. We use it all the time. I'm talking all the time. In 8 months, that's our only source of cash withdrawals, and it has saved us probably hundreds of dollars in fees, which goes a long way. Traffic in this city is crazy, that's for sure. And I'm going to give you one other suggestion for Istanbul for sure, is make sure you have your Uber app on your phone. And if you just get into a taxi blindly, good luck. If you use Uber, they will quote you a price range, and that's what it should come to roughly. In our experience, we've had the drivers actually send us a message on Uber with a revised flat rate of what they'll charge based on the time of day and what the traffic's like. Again, considerably cheaper than just a taxi straight on the meter, like big time. We took the same ride as our friends, and they paid about 80 Canadian dollars, and we took it by Uber and paid 20. So a quarter of the cost. So definitely use Uber here. You can use your standard Uber account from anywhere in the world, billed to your credit card just like you're at home. It's the way to do it. So another tip I'm going to give you about Istanbul, stay on the European side of the city, get yourself a hotel. You can look for some cheaper ones. There are ones out there. That's where most of the stuff is. You're going to be doing a lot of walking. Make sure you have comfortable walking shoes. That's also really important. It's a city that'll really get all of your senses going. Sound, smell, taste. It's just non-stop. And you know, don't expect it to be a low-cost destination. What was once a place that was relatively low cost has been hit significantly by inflation, particularly in the last 12 months. Prices and everything are up. When we talk to friends who have been here before, tell them what prices are for things, they're blown away. So it's not going to be a cheap time here. If you do look around, you can find some value, but you need to know your prices. You also have to be aware of, you know, the fact that tourism is a huge part of the economy here, and it's a way for them to make money, right? And not saying that there's dishonesty, but know your prices. Make sure you know your prices. Look for where locals are, especially when it comes to food. Get a little bit off the beaten path, you'll find great local food. You're not going to pay the same prices as you would right in the tourist spots. It'll make your trip a little more affordable, perhaps a bit more enjoyable. You're going to use your Google Translate on the menu, that's for sure. And all the food is fantastic. You'll love it. So we have not had one bad experience here. We've never felt unsafe. Nobody's tried to scheme us. We were prepared by getting a sim and getting Uber because we knew the situation with taxis at the airport and the bus terminal. That saved us a bunch of money. It'll save us money going back to the airport. We're leaving in a couple of days. It's going to be exciting if you follow the channel. We haven't disclosed where we're going, but that trip's coming up. We fly out on Wednesday, and it's going to be exciting. We've got another 9, 10, maybe a year planned in a totally different part of the world, and we're super excited. We can't wait to get there. Just beautiful mosques everywhere. No, hang on here. What do we got here? These look like they're Bitcoins. I don't know if they're like, they're just like commemorated Bitcoins or what. They would have to be. The price of one of those coins, they wouldn't just be sitting there in the window like that. Maybe they're chocolate covered Bitcoin candies. So yeah, overall, super impressed with Istanbul. Sarah, you know, I really like this place. We're gonna come back here for sure and spend more time. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, we will definitely be back.
Yeah, I can't say enough about this place. We're gonna come back. We're gonna wrap this video up. We'll see you in the next one.